What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Like Father, Like Son.
Like father, like son.
I'm the son,
I'm the father.
and we be alike sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we don't because I don't have a hoodie.
And I always have a hoodie. That's actually a real thing. I'm always wearing hoodies because I like them. Actually, my girlfriend, well, she doesn't really ask, but she has that silent judgment because she wears T-shirts and stuff, and I just be like, I'm wearing this hoodie. And it'd be like 70 degrees.
Yeah, I can dig it. I used to do that, except I tend not to have the sweatshirts on because I get them, what you call them things? Hot flashes.
I'm gonna get them hot flashes.
Yeah, so I don't want to be sweating all the time.
And that's the thing is I do be getting hot and then I be mad and I check everything off. But I don't know. I just like hoodies. I like the security around my head.
Well, so do I, actually. Especially at night.
Yeah, and that's what I really didn't like. The Trayvon Martin thing, and they thought the hoodie was all blown up, and I'm like, yo, bro, I like hoodies because they are comfortable to me, and at night it be cold.
Right, and you be having your cheeks and stuff all warm, your ears.
Telling you,
that stuff be feeling good.
And then when you got the fro like I do, you don't even have to tighten the strings much. It just push it, just keep it up in there, man. Just
If you ain't got a fro like I don't, you just tighten the strings up and it just comes around even further around. It's all real tight.
Come around you like that.
Yeah,
man. So y'all hoodies are not aggressive or dangerous. They're warm and fuzzy, and everyone should have them.
Except for right now.
Yeah, well, yeah, I just put mine on. Well, I was sitting outside earlier, and though it's nice, it was a little windy, a little cold. So I put this on at this present moment just because my hair is crazy and I don't feel like combing it. It's a lot.
I can dig it.
How you doing?
Better.
Better than
I was. Because, I guess I didn't say anything because it hadn't happened yet. So, my grandson, your nephew,
yes,
had a football jamboree last weekend.
Yes, he did.
So I went to it. And, as an aside, I had no clue what team he was on. But
like you knew the name, but you couldn't tell?
Right.
Okay.
Right. And there were so many teams, and there's no announcer or anything. 16 teams. I'm looking for a team in blue and white. And the blue and white doesn't look like it's a team it should be because I can't see Christian out there because it just isn't.
Yeah.
So I was puzzled. I asked around what team. No, I don't know where I'm from. And a team from Seattle, team from Tacoma, they're all in their colors, but there's no numbers on their uniforms. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I couldn't tell who the hell it was. So I promised him I'd take some movies of it. I chose a team that might have been his team, and it might have been him that I focused on, but I couldn't tell. Anyhow, that's all after stuff. What happened was I'm walking up to the stadium. I'm in the parking lot. I come down some stairs, and I go to step off the curb, and I did like oh no! My arm is flailing back and forth.
Oh no!
And I hit the cement, and I'm like, what the hell? And then these two brothers, black men, came up. You all right? I said, yeah. Want help up? I said, yeah. So they both pulled me up. I stood up and went, whoa! And my whole side of everything felt wet. But it was good. I shook it off and went in and watched the game. But the result of it was I had a very bad, I guess you call it abrasion.
Yeah.
It didn't bleed a lot, but the skin was gone. Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't like that.
So I did I treated it wrong at first, I didn't listen to my wife, and I got some antiseptic and put a Band-Aid over it. It didn't do anything. It just seemed to have gotten worse. So then, when she looked at it, after I said, okay, I messed up. She looks at it, she goes, don't put a Band-Aid on it. Just leave it like it is. And I did. Just been a couple of days, and it's like 100% better.
Yeah. Gotta let it breathe.
Yeah, I just wanted to cover it up because man, there was some ugly stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. Falling down.
Not just falling down, dude. I'm telling you, I fell down in slow motion.
You felt like Megan. And I say you felt like Megan because I've seen Megan fall way more than you. Actually, I think I've seen you fall one time at the church down the steps.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, it was more of a slip. It was like something I would do on purpose when I was a kid. But I was like, oh! But yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, but you fall in slow motion like your daughter.
Yeah.
She, for some reason, gravity, don't really mess with her like that. When she falling, she just falls very slow. Yeah, Megan told me about, I think the Jamboree, because was she there?
No, I didn't. Well, I didn't see her.
Or then she went to his practice or something. And she said, I was watching him. He's out there playing. He did good. He came up. He got this tackle. Boom! Hit the dude. Went down. The very next play, he went to go tackle somebody, and he jumped in the air to dive at him, and he missed. And he just kind of just flew through the air and hit the ground. I said, well, everybody got it. I hope somebody filmed it. That's funny.
Yeah.
What is going on in the world today?
Well, way too much and not enough.
Okay. Very poetic. Poetic answer.
Yeah. I've been listening to, today I was listening to, but I've been watching the January 6th committee hearings on Trump.
Yeah.
And his actions. And man, this was, have maintained for a while that he is not, and never was a dumb man.
No. I agree with you. I don't think that he is dumb. I think that he's an asshole, but I don't think he's dumb.
Yeah.
And the things that come across to us, and by us I just mean kind of common folks that aren't up on that level. It comes across as you sound dumb, but I think that we forget that people have plans, and in these plans there are certain things that you got to do in order for these plans to work. And if somebody don't know the plan, you look stupid, you look crazy, then when it's all said and done, this motherfucker richer than he was, and he don't give a fuck about anybody talking about.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's dumb. I think that there are plans in place and there are powerful people in place.
Yeah.
And he is one of them.
Yeah. And it becomes more evident to me as the days go by why he was obsessed with people like Putin.
Yeah.
I mean, because he wants to be Putin.
Absolutely. That absolute power, king. He wanted to be king.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, I agree. I agree.
And my hope is because, man, things are really screwed up, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, even without him being in office, things are really screwed up. We got a ways to go in this country, man.
Very much so. Like, I would love to, maybe move to Santorini. Actually, I don't know what it's like there in their winter time or rain time. I don't think I want that. But I could go if I could afford it, or I would. Actually, I wouldn't because Bree ain't having that. But it's deep here, and it be making me not want to participate. Yeah. Politics.
Yeah.
Of this country makes me not want to participate in this country.
Yeah, and for me, it's a verification of the idea that I had, the thought that I had that it doesn't really matter if you're Democrat, Republican, or a horse's ass.
Right.
Because in the political sense, in the political world, you either got to be right in the middle or far to each side of one side or the other. If you're not in the middle, then shit's gonna be fucked up. And
Yeah.
things go in cycles.
Yeah, I don't have any kind of faith in the judicial or political system. Not because necessarily that I don't think plans can be put into place for things to work out for everybody's benefit, but simply because it's ran by people and people have self-interest, and in these positions, those self-interests can be met, but they'd be at the detriment of others, and people don't care. Because at the end of the day, at least in this country, it's about you. It's about number one. Make sure you can get all you can get first, fuck everybody else. Maybe some crumbs here and there. That's how this country's set up. That's why I don't have faith in it. I'm like
a capitalist to meet your goals at the expense of everybody else.
Is that the definition?
That's my
definition. Okay. I was about to say, because I don't necessarily disagree with capitalism, but I believe that you can have too much money. Like, you don't need, like, I don't know, and that's just a personal, my definition of too much is not somebody else's definition. That's why it's a money thing. But I don't necessarily disagree with capitalism, but I think that greed takes it to a level it doesn't need to be.
Well, in order for this system that we're in, supposedly in this country to work, there's got to be an upper crust.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be a middle. And there's got to be somebody on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's got to trickle down.
Yeah.
Those at the bottom, they can move up to the middle. But if they move past the middle, they're extremely fortunate.
Yeah.
And
why does it have to trickle? I mean, why do we have to set it on the axis of trickling down? Yes, obviously it does. Okay, wait, actually, let me retract that. It does have to trickle down because somebody got the most. Let's say a company owner. They're the top of that. Whatever money is going to anybody else in that company is trickling from his bank account. Their work, but his bank account.
Yeah.
So yes, there does have to be a trickle down. But I don't even know my point. I hate the lower class, middle class, upper class.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I've never ever been able to relate to it. And anytime I hear class, I always think in my mind as I was growing up and my feeling, well, they're talking about England or somewhere. They're not talking about here, but they are.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And you can pick out the things that we would readily identify as, a certain class level. You can look at somebody's house or their neighborhood, or whatever. But that always threw me because even like gang members that rep their hood, that shit always threw me. Like, you didn't choose to be here.
Yeah.
You're just here. This is where you were born. You didn't make this choice. So whether it be some outside source looking at me like, you're no good because of that place you come from. It's like, I didn't have much, so I was just born to be no good in your eyes. There's that, but then you have also from the inside, it's like, this is mine. I represent this. This is all me. It's like, no, it's not. You were just placed here. You can go anywhere. You don't own any of this stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what the gang part had to do with it. It's just, it came up in my mind, and I don't like that shit either. So, if I talk about one side, I talk about the other. I don't care. But with that being said, I flew first class and I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't like coach.
Yeah.
So, with all that being said, listen, if I can give me first class,
Yeah.
I take it.
I can dig it.
Maybe not at the detriment. Depends on what detriment means.
Yeah. Well,
If me and somebody else both go to get a ticket, and I got there first, and they're like, "Oh, but I really wanted it," I'd probably be like, so did I. You know, I don't know. Okay, guys, I've been slow. Don't judge me. Anyway, what are we talking about?
well, let's start it off with January 6th.
Okay,
But
what about them niggas? Oh, go ahead.
we just dove into it in depth out.
Trickled off.
Yeah. So.
I don't know. I ain't been watching.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they're now laying out how this ex-president formulated a plan to change the DOJ so he could get the elections redone. Unfortunately, there were way too many folks who said, "Oh, hell to the no." So I mean, yeah.
Now, it maybe not ever, but it just seems to me like that would have, aside from Trump, because again, I think he did that same thing with a lot of the Supreme Court people.
Yeah.
When Betsy DeVos came in as the superintendent of schools, I was like, America is about to shut this down because ain't no way this bitch don't know nothing. She don't need to be here. But it just went on. I was like, see, with that, he put that person in place, and what did she start doing? Started cutting all of these things, all of these funds and stuff. I think he put her there because she would do what he wanted. Just like he was trying to get Ben Carson, dumb up, to do a job he ain't got. Ben Carson been talking about he a neurosurgeon or scientist all these years. That's what he been banging on. All of a sudden he gonna be in the hood. No. Okay. So I think he had been doing that. I think that's where he found a bump in the road though with that.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine that anybody prior hasn't done that either though. Maybe not as publicly though.
I you know what? I don't disagree. Again, I go back to it doesn't matter. In the political realm, you're either in the middle or one way or the other, to the extreme.
Can you really be in the middle? Like, as a political figure, can you really be in the middle, though? Because at some point, everybody chooses a side.
Yeah.
On that level. Down here, we don't necessarily have to.
Well, I look at it like, I know I went to a function once, a county function. It was back in the day, and I was a student. And the governor was there, the King County exec was there, the mayor of Seattle was there, and I think it was like the attorney general was there, right? Mm-hmm. And if you watch the newspapers, these guys were slinging mud. They would sprite each other out. They had no this, no that, no this, right?
Yeah.
But at this conference, it turned out not only were they not fighting, they were classmates.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, that's the other side I'm not talking about. So actually, you're right. When I say, can anyone be in the middle, you have your far left and your far right. I did that so backwards. Far left and far right. But I think that's on the public spectrum. Just like with Trump, how we both said he's not dumb. I don't necessarily know that the man in his heart is racist. What I do know is that he will say whatever needs to be said to get the people to do what they need to do.
I agree.
And black people don't cancel me because he's still an asshole and he knew what he was doing.
Right.
But there was also that back in the day Trump that all the black people really fucked with.
Yeah. And there was a reason for that.
And he might have been saying, but what I'm saying is that all of these politicians, they'll say whatever they need to on the right and the left. But then you have these conferences, or what you talk about, okay, like the Illuminati, where they went to that, whatever that park is in California with the big owl, all these political, and these are all people that sling mud all the time, but really,
the slinging mud was just like
that's a facade.
Yeah.
Look here, look this way. We're gonna be doing our thing like we cool in real life. We get money in real life.
Yeah, we had the same kind of thing going here in Seattle, where only the opposite way with black people. I mean, Larry Gossett was a radical back in the day, right?
Yeah.
But he became Mr. Council Person, Mr. Respectable.
Yeah.
Well, there was a cat named Cordell Garrett who came up same year I came up, and he was like a radical mug. And he had, my mom even knew about him back in the day. Oh, that boy crazy, But he was crazy enough to where the politicians or the establishment actually had a fear of him.
Yeah.
So Larry Gossett would propose a bill, it gets shut down. He'd go call Cordell, and Cordell would come up and demonstrate, pound on doors or whatever, say, this is what we need. And they would go back to Gossett and go, you know what, you need to take this. And he did what he wanted. But
you just work the system. That's like Malcolm Gladwell did, I don't know if he still does it, but this podcast, Revisionist History, where he talks about, historical events that happen and how we view them on a mass level. But he dives deeper. He'd be like, not everything is exactly what it looked like. And one of the things he talked about was the civil rights movement. And the picture that was, I think it was on Life magazine, the dog attacking the boy.
Yeah.
And the cop, getting the dog on the boy. And they said that picture was really the big catalyst for shit to happen because, just what the scene was. So for things to move forward in the civil rights movement. Malcolm went back, he interviewed, he did all these things and he did all the research. Turns out that picture happened. But what was happening in that picture is if you examine it, the cop who had the dog, they said the cop was letting the dog jump on the guy. If you look at it, the cop is flexed and he's actually trying to restrain the dog. And there was something else about somebody in the back room. He said, but the optics, they saw that picture, somebody who was there took that picture and got back to Martin and the group and was like, all right, we're going to frame it like this, even though it wasn't that. Because there was witnesses too. And actually, I think that cop had stopped the dog and had heard himself stopping the dog from getting the dude. But they was like, but this picture can speak 1,000 words. So, might not necessarily happen the way America thought it did, but it did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get that. Some might call that dirty play. I don't. It worked in our favor.
When I was at Seattle Central College, we had about 5 days of demonstrations.
Yeah.
And on one of those days, on all of those days, first 3 days, it was not what it looked like. Because what you saw in the news was demonstrators running and cops with their big batons swinging.
Yeah.
But you didn't see what happened right before that.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Because there was some instigation.
Mm-hmm. And, speaking of instigation, see, this is the thing. I haven't really been to many of the marches in Seattle as an adult. I used to go when I was a kid.
Yeah, I know.
But, first of all, I was safer. I was kidding. I had adults. Well, you just go. You never know what's going to happen. But with that being said, what was the protest? Was it the George Floyd protest? And not necessarily here, but just in general around the country. You want to talk about instigators. Because you look at those and you can see videos of, groups of people. You see, okay, they're here to do something. And then randos circling around, coming in the middle, doing some nefarious shit and disappearing into the woods. And it's like, no.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen back in the day. And when I first saw that, and I saw the George Floyd things going on, I said, wait a minute. These niggas is here. Now they marching over to here. Now they marching back. Oh, hell to the no.
I wasn't with it. And you look at the one community where it was just so conveniently placed a pile of bricks in the middle of where they were supposed to have their protest. And it's like, who would do that? What do we need bricks for? What's this for? Who forklifted this shit over here? Yeah. So government. I don't even know how we got here, but shit, man. Bad people need to go to jail.
That's what I'm saying, including the president.
Speaking of jail, though, this country sucks. How is it that we incarcerate more people per capita, and we are not a huge country like that? Well, we're pretty big, but how than anybody in the world? Why?
I think it's a couple of things.
Well, I know why. I guess that's. But yes, what do you think?
Well, I think that we don't control any of our weapons the way the rest of the world does. And I think that's a major problem. That's a major difference.
Yeah, well, it depends on what you mean by control. Because, you talking about getting in just the hands of anybody? Yeah, you're right on that front. We can't control it. We don't control it. On the other hand, they definitely control, because not only do we just have to let weapons get out, control. I think there is control on their end. I don't think they care. You look at the NRA and how much they give politicians. Look at how much they give politicians publicly. Too much. Now think about whatever private things go on.
Yeah.
There's always something private going on. The people who make the rules, like I always said about this country, it's about you, number one. Give me my money, whatever with everybody else. And they can pass it off as people need to be more responsible. And so that's why none of these rules change, and they don't. And so that's why I say it is controlled in a sense. And like, let them keep going out. You think about that, or us selling weapons to other countries. It's like, why do we need all of these weapons for military defense? Who's coming at us? We spend 3 times more than any other country in the world on defense. Why?
I think because, and this is the second thing I was going to mention, this country has always been successful with a wartime budget.
Yes.
When there ain't a war, budget like now goes down the tubes. We got issues. So somewhere there's got to be a war that we dive into, kill some motherfuckers, build some more arms, build some more planes, employ some more people.
Yeah. Yeah. This country, about every 20 years is a war. About every 20. when was the Civil War? 1863.
Yeah, that's when it was over.
Okay, 1860. Okay, so I'm gonna start World War One. 1920, 1919, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Then World War II.
Then World War II, 1941.
Then Korean War.
Korean War, that was 50.
The 50s.
Yeah. Then the
Vietnam.
and started in what, 64 or something
Yeah.
like that when it officially started. Then when was the Gulf War? Was that the 90s?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you know what? The Vietnam War went until like 75. Then the Gulf War. Then I'm not calling it that. That's not a war. Iraq War.
Afghanistan.
Iraq, Afghanistan. Oh wait, no, we went to Iraq in the 90s too, right?
Yeah.
But then the Iraq War in 2001. And now, you know, they talking World War III. Well, they've been talking World War III forever. I don't know how you classify it as a world war. Actually, yes, I do. Everybody participating, I guess. But with the whole shit, Putin doing, I don't know. But time-wise, we're due. So, you know, this country sucks. Because when the last time Australia went to war? Okay, that's all I'm saying. Now, yeah, you got to worry about kangaroos and shit, but, you know.
Well, all you got to do is tie them down.
No, bro, what?
You know, tie me kangaroo down, sport.
I can't. No, only thing I thought of is, you know, kangaroos like to drown people and animals, and I'm like, no, I don't want no kangaroo. Please to tie down. Okay, let's see what we got going on. We got some dad jokes. Okay, so I'm gonna give you this pile right here. Now the rules here is if you laugh, you lose. So you got to do your dad joke and not laugh. Or you're trying to make me laugh.
Yeah.
But if you laugh at your own joke, that's a point for me. And if I laugh at your joke, that's a point for you.
Okay.
And vice versa. Let me get something real quick. Shit. Hold quick. All right. Let's do some dad jokes. Oh, dang. Broke pencil. Me and you.
You gotta make it.
All right. You can go ahead and go first.
Why was the planet Uranus so exciting to the man?
Say it again.
Why was the planet Uranus so exciting to the man?
Why was the planet Uranus so exciting to the man?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he was an astronaut.
All right. I see what you did. What is red, hard, and bad for your teeth?
I don't know.
A brick. Okay.
Did you hear the story about the sexy model who had to go to rehab?
No.
She joined. Lingerie.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what I said.
This thing. What? Did you hear about when she joined? Oh, lingerie. Well, I don't like how I spell lingerie. but okay, okay. We both laughed. So it's a point for me and a point for you. All right, let's see. Let me see. One. All right. Why don't seagulls go to college?
I don't know.
This one's dumb. Because they're all bird brains.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna find a better one.
So, how did the farmer know his garden tool was cheating on him?
How?
It was a hoe.
I figured that was the. I wasn't gonna step on the joke. I was gonna let you say it. How is life like a penis?
Always changing?
No. Your girlfriend makes it hard.
Oh. Why was the pear-shaped girl always mad?
Why?
Well, she was the butt of jokes.
Dang it. Oh, wrong person. Okay. Did you hear that MC Hammer had to get a colostomy bag?
Uh-uh.
Now he's too legit to shit.
So let me ask you this: what kind of bird gives good blowjob?
What kind?
A swallow.
That was good. A swallow. Okay. That was good. What did the mermaid wear to math class?
I don't know.
An algae bra. That was funny. But I keep laughing. I can't be laughing at my own joke. Okay.
Why was the nail never? Why was the nail never a designated driver?
Why?
Because he was always a hammer.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna laugh.
Okay. Hold on, man. Okay, what do you call a geometry teacher who has sex to pay his landlord? Circumference. Circumference.
Huh.
I don't know. Okay, I'm not counting that as a laugh. It was just a little tickle. That was a circumference. Okay, go ahead.
What band gets to first base more than any other?
What band?
Kiss.
Okay. I don't even understand that one. Did you hear about the depressed plumber?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, man, he's going through some shit.
Hmm. So, what did the hurricane say to the coconut tree?
What?
on to your nuts. This ain't no ordinary blowjob.
All right. What? Oh no. Okay. What do you call an Afghanistan virgin?
What?
Never been laid on.
You like that, huh?
I don't like it at all. Okay.
So why did the convertible car get pulled over by a cop?
Why?
It was driving topless.
Okay. Oh, that's not funny at all. I bet my friend $10 that he wouldn't survive jumping in front of a bus. It was a bittersweet victory.
What is the grossest puzzle to solve?
I don't know.
Rubik's Rube. Probe. Cube.
Okay. Cuban bros. um. Dang, that's vulgar. Okay, hold on. Okay, what was the vacuum's biggest desire? Some hoes that suck.
So, what is the best way to make your girlfriend scream during sex?
What?
Call her and tell her about it.
That was a good one. Let's see. Give me. Dang, they use big words. I don't know what that means. Okay, why was there so much laughing at the piano store?
I don't know.
Because the salesman loved to tickle the ivory. Tough crowd.
Did you hear about the marijuana who was beating up the other plants in the garden?
Nah, I didn't hear about it.
It's giving them chronic pain.
Okay. Okay. Did you hear about the female rapper who only battles when she's on a menstrual cycle? They said she got a mean flow. Alright, whatever. It's funny to me.
Why was Donald Duck fired from his customer service job?
Why?
Because he had a foul mouth.
Okay. What? I don't even understand some of these. How did the workers protest at the chair factory?
Sat down?
Close. They had a sit-in.
What do you call passing gas at breakfast?
What?
Pop farts.
Okay. I'll count that one for you. I need points. You're beating me. Why was the clerk at the discount store always crying?
Why?
He didn't do well with good guys. Oh, goodbyes. I didn't even say it right. So,
Yeah, he didn't do well with goodbyes, huh?
yes.
Did you hear about the orgy at the choir?
No.
It was choral sex.
Oh. Okay. Why did the jungle cat fail his test? Because he was a cheetah. Okay.
What's the worst flavor of pickle?
What?
Dildo.
Oh. Yeah, I agree. Let's see if you get this one. Why did the guy take guitar lessons?
I don't know.
Because he wanted to get to third base. The third base? The bass guitar. Whatever. Alright, you need one more point to win.
What did the astronaut say when the girl was dancing too close?
What?
Give me some space.
Okay. How does a drunk finish a successful date? Liquor.
Why did a woman think the carpenter was a pervert?
What?
He was always touching his wood.
Alright. What was the college student's favorite dorm?
Dorm? I don't know.
Alcohol. You know, like in a different world, the dorms, they're called halls.
Yeah.
Alcohol. Alright, whatever.
Oh, okay. Which organ won when a woman could no longer get pregnant?
Say it again?
Which organ won when a woman could no longer get pregnant?
What? Which?
Organ won.
Yeah, which one?
Oh, nobody knows. Her tube's tied.
Oh. I see. I was more confused before we got to the punchline. Laugh. I'm taking it. Okay. Where does a tree keep its spare tire?
In the trunk?
Yeah. That was right.
Yeah. How do you know potheads are honest?
How?
They're always blunt.
Sometimes I'm pre-roll.
Yeah.
Why? That's whack. Why did the cheetah always lose at hide and seek?
I don't know.
Because she was always spotted. She's a hater.
How do you know if a boulder is excited?
Because it'll be rolling?
No.
No.
It's harder to rock. You know that.
Wait, what? Okay. Okay. Why did Egg dislike laughing? Why did the egg dislike laughing?
Because of his omelet? I don't know.
Because she didn't want to crack up. No. Okay.
How did the porn star like his ribeye steak?
How?
Bone in.
Oh, okay. What do you call a hooker who can? Okay. What do you call a hooker who you can bring home? Takeout. No.
Uh,
No. Okay. Let's do two more. See if any of these get us.
why did the bee get a DUI?
Was it because he was buzzed?
Dang.
Okay. Okay. Why did some people think the homeless man had a nice ass?
I don't know.
Because they were into bums. That would kill on somebody else.
How can you tell that a doorbell is a man?
Because there's a ding dong.
Dang.
I just be knowing stuff. But with that, okay, we gonna call that you won. That's good. See, but the ones you really made me laugh on, you was already laughing before you got it out. But anyway, we're about there. That is a good place to call it. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Like Father, Like Son.
Like father, like son.
We just be joking around, having fun, talking that shiznat. We shall check y'all next time. Holler.
Peace.